Hello my crafty friends, welcome to the Scrapbook Pal. Today we're going to use MFT die outside the box level up. So we're going to make a really cute project, and these are the things that we're going to use. The outside the box level up die. We're also going to use the outside the box grass, but as you can see they have many different inserts. I have the waves and the grass. So we are going to use this super adorable cute spring gnomes stamp set. They are perfect for this season, but also if you know Easter just passed, but I think it's super adorable. Spring gnomes dies, it's also what we're going to use to coordinate my stamping. Stamping is something that I love to do. Now you need the right tools for this process. Make sure that everything looks smooth and very nice. So for me it's an essential to have the MISTI, just in case I need to stamp twice. I know exactly that this specific tool will make my life easier at stamping. And also you're gonna need an ink, and that is the Memento ink, which is perfect for the coloring if you're gonna use your alcohol markers. So I'm positioning all my stamp at once because I want to stamp it all at once. And with this MISTI tool you're gonna be able to do it, and it's gonna be super easy. And in case you have to do it twice, it won't matter because this tool is created for that. Now I'm using the Memento ink. Like I said, this is perfect for alcohol markers, and I like to put a generous amount of ink into my stamps and do it just once maybe, so I don't have to do it twice or 3 times. And to tell you the truth, this stamp set from MFT is just a really good quality. As you can see here, my images are very crispy. This is just perfect. I didn't need to do it twice, so I love this stamp set. What we are going to do is, of course, we're going to color them, but we're going to start building up our boxes. And also we're going to cut our images, but I like to normally color them before I cut them. So I decided I'm going to start cutting my grass, and I just cut it all for at once. I didn't need to take it apart, the dies. I think it was perfect just to have it all together. Here is the level up, the outside the box level up die. This is super adorable. I have to tell you that this is a must-have. You're gonna see the end result. It's just too cute for me. So I cut all the pieces, including the layers, and the layers I cut it in green color. Remember, I'm doing a grass background, so I want to keep going with the green color. So some of the parts of these pieces, it has some score marks for you to fold. So just start folding in those marks where it tells you to do, and we are going to build it. Let me show you how it's going to, the idea how it's going to look. And as the name says, it's level up, so the grass is going to be in a position that you're going to be able to see different type of levels, which is great because it's not, your image are not going to be covered one behind the other one. So here I'm using just a regular bone folder to start folding those parts, and I'm going to use the other small green cuts that I did, that it's the layers of each part. So I'm done doing all this. Now here I am with my stamp set again, because what I wanted to do is I wanted to stamp my sentiment. Now you can use just a regular ink to stamp your sentiment. In my case, I like to always try to do an embossing for an embossing powder. I think it looks a little bit extra, so that's what I like to do. So I just grab a block, a simple block, and I use my powder. This is a powder that takes all the static out of your paper, and you're gonna need this because you know sometimes when you touch paper a little bit of oil gets transferred, and you don't want that embossing powder to be stick in parts that, you know, when you start melting it, it's gonna show. So you wanted to keep it clear and clean. So I just stamp it with the water, with the water ink, with my Versa ink, and I just use a white embossing powder. I'm gonna link everything that I'm using and you're gonna see some options there in the ScrapbookPal store. So here I'm just using my gun, my heat gun, and I always love to see how it melts. It seems magical to me. So I'm melting the color, the powder, and it looks really cute. So the sentiment says, I'm always all ears. So it's really adorable. So now we're gonna start building up and finishing putting all our layers. So like I said, I used the green color, the same color that I used for the grass, just because I wanted to match my colors. So both sides, you just do the same thing on both sides. And I must always use my liquid glue. It's a glitter art glue that also I'm gonna link in the description box below. So let's start building up. You can do it many ways. I just find out that this specific way that I'm going to do, it makes it easier for me. So I put the first side of the bags and then the front of the bags. Now just one side, I don't do it in both. So we're gonna leave it we're gonna leave the box open. That's what we are going to do, so we can position our grass. So let's start with the other side. Just gonna put glue in those flap parts where you fold, where the score mark tells you to fold. So there is the box. If we glue it together, it's gonna be a closed box, but we're gonna leave it open because now it's time to put the grass. Same thing, those grass have these little tiny flaps, and you have 4 pieces. You can use all 4, you can use 3, it's up to you. At the end, I decided to use all 4, but in a different way. Let me show you. First, we're gonna start with the first level. I love these bags because it has these 3 different levels that it really makes a difference when you start positioning all your images. So they are not covered one behind the other. They're actually being able to see all of your images there. That's what I love. So we're gonna start just with one side. So as you can see, I just line it up. Just look at the video very well, and you're gonna figure out how to line it up. Now I did a close-up, but I noticed that maybe it wasn't a really good idea to do a close-up at this moment, so we're gonna back up the camera a little bit so you guys can see better here. So this is the second level. I'm going from up down. So as you can see, again, it's up to you how you want to position it, but you know, you have there your lines kind of to give you an idea how to do it. So these are my 3 levels. You can see, I don't know if you have seen those stadium places where games are. So that's how the seats are positioned. So people from behind you will be able to see what is in front. So that's what I like. This is my 4th layer. So I decide to glue it in my front panel. You see that? I think it's just adorable to have the grass just peeking out my panel. Look how adorable. I think that was genius. I just loved it so much that way. So practically we're almost done. We just need to glue the other part. Now you have to put the flaps back how it used to be, flat, and then put the glue in it, and that's it. And you know, and just push the other side of the box, and that will be it practically. But we still need to do the other in the back part. We're gonna do some other really cute background. Look at it. Oh my goodness, this is adorable. And like I said, these inserts, these grass inserts, you have in grass, but you also have in different shapes. You also have for the waves. If you have stamps, you know, under the sea with mermaids, things like that. You have snow hills, which is adorable for the winter. So I think these bags is a must-have, and if you buy that insert, it's even better. So here, this is my other layer from the back of my bags. Now, you could have stencils with the shape of the clouds, or you can just put, you know, simple background. I love to use or to create a background with the sky. So I have these, this is just a piece of cardboard that I cut, you know, some clouds scenes. So I'm using an OXIDE ink, and if I'm not mistaken, the name of this OXIDE ink, Distress OXIDE ink, is Tumbled glass. So this is a very soft blue, but if you have any other type of blue, will work. So it's up to you the colors that you picked. For this one, I use the Tumbled glass OXIDE ink. So look how adorable it looks. I just love it so much. Look at it. Oh my goodness, it just makes it all complete and perfect to me. So now we are just gonna glue it to make our scene, our background. And like I said, you can make a sky kind of reddish, you know, that kind of yellowish. You can just use your imagination and make your own background. So now this fun part is done. Now let's go to the next fun part. So I already colored all my images. I have to tell you that this specific stamp, the Spring Gnomes, it's just too adorable. I fell in love with it. And you can color them. It's very easy to color. You have, of course, it's meant to be for Easter. As you can see, I have a lot of eggs and things like that, but it's also very springish because you have a lot of flowers and things. I used the coordinated dies and it cut it all perfect. So now it's time for me to start gluing them and putting them in place. It was very easy. Like I told you, this level up mechanism or style, I think it's just super cool. And yes, this is a must-have in my stash for sure. The bugs, the grass, the waves, everything that comes with it that you can get, those extra, and the stamps are just too cute. So here it doesn't really matter very much where do I put it. As you can see, I put them in my lower level, but still I can still see my gnome from behind. So that's what I love about these specific dies or these specific bags. It's called outside the bags, level up. So yes, and you have so many little tiny pieces to glue there. You have the carrots, you have different type of flowers and everything. I really enjoyed and loved this specific project. It was just like playing with all these super cute stamps and dies. So I think this was perfect for anyone who loves this card. And the good thing is when you can put it in an envelope, it's gonna just lay flat. This is super cool, so you can mail it anywhere. And I'm pretty sure anyone who receives a card like this, they will smile. I just love it so much. Anyways, you guys, we are almost at the end of this video. Please don't forget to stop by the Scrapbook Pal. They have such a wonderful products and the prices are very good. So just stay tuned for the last photo that I'm gonna show you. Thank you for watching my video, and I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. Have a wonderful day, you guys. Bye bye.
I was so sure